All right guys, today I'm going to help you to improve your forehand timing. Now we're going to take a look at this guy right here. Former #2 in the world over 40s. He's won Wimbledon twice for his age group, and he's also beat me yesterday. Both incredible achievements, and we're going to learn from what he's doing because he hasn't mistimed a forehand in years. The most common error I see from players when it comes to forehand technique, and that one error that prevents players from striking the ball consistently clean, is they're too slow, too late, squaring the racket head up to the strike, to the contact point. Quite often when players aren't squaring the racket head up early enough in the swing, it's because they are lowering the racket too low, and they're making this movement sort of an independent movement. They are lowering it, patting the dog, and then swinging forwards from there. If you're going to do this kind of motion, and we're going to talk about a completely different motion in a minute, but if this is the motion you're going for, where you drop the racket here and then you flip it, because I know there's some coaches out there who talk about lowering and then flipping, you have to make sure that flip squares up the racket. What happens with a lot of players is they'll lower the racket here, and then as they swing forwards and create lag, the strings stay facing the floor, and that really hinders your ability to time that ball. So make sure you're not dropping the racket too low and then trying to flip it from there. You want to start this rotation a little bit early and a little bit smoother. If you watch a lot of the best forehands, this movement happens gradually. It's not this sudden movement that causes you to kind of have to do things fast, and often causes people to mistime that movement and shank the tennis ball. Now, if you take a look at my forehand, what I tend to do is square up the racket even earlier, a lot earlier than Djokovic does and many of the pros. So as I take it back here, I'm trying to keep a smooth, rhythmic stroke, keep everything moving, make sure that it's as smooth and coordinated as possible. And I'm going to square up the racket head about here. And then lower the racket en route to the ball and try and create that topspin. Now, a lot of people say to me, Tom, your forehand's rubbish, mate. You don't have enough lag. If you were to drop it and then flip it, you know, you'd be ripping it. Maybe so. Maybe I would get a little bit more power. But if we look at Tom's forehand, and he's also English, Tom. I know it's a bit confusing. But if we look at Tom's forehand, he also squares it up very early. So as he gets here, he's got nice high start so that he can really gather a lot of momentum. And as he gets here, he squares up the racket extremely early. But as he continues to move his body, move his arm forwards, he creates quite a lot of lag, more lag than me. And that allows him to hit that ball with a lot of power. But it's a clean strike because it's a very simple movement. It's a very simple stroke to time. If you got something out of that, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're looking for more content like this, check out this video right here.